Good morning and welcome to the Legit Real Estate Podcast. I am T.J. Trophy here, as always, with Holly Regoli. Holly, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm awesome. You look lovely today, as you always do, except today you're giving us a different background than we're used to. I like it. I like the scene
Yeah, I
over there.
figured it's so nice outside right now, and my daughter is in my office/music room playing music stuff. So, I let her hang out up there. She's practicing away, so it's a little quieter outside.
I've got two questions for you that jump right to top mind right now. One, your hair is curled like you're going somewhere. Like that doesn't look like the kind of hair you wear into the pool. That looks like the kind of hair you wear out to dinner. So
No,
what's happening?
believe
What
it
are
or
we
not,
doing?
this pool is just for display. Nobody actually uses it. I think it was used last Friday. So today is my husband's birthday, and he has a gig somewhere out in Connecticut. So we are going really far away to see his gig tonight. So we figure we'll go out to dinner with him tonight, and he's got to play, and so I figured I'd just get ready now.
At 9:30 in the morning. Okay.
Well,
All right.
I figured I try to always look decent for recording the podcast.
You do. I mean, you can go back about 75 podcasts in a row. I mean, you look lovely every week.
Yeah, but
It's funny you mentioned about the pool being for display only because I'm trying to figure out whose little rocket ship that is
believe
on
it or
your
not,
other
my
shoulder.
16-year-old fits on it still. I bought it for him last year, and it is absolutely hysterical when he sits on it.
So
Because
he's like twice my,
bigger.
he's like a foot taller than me. I can't see how he's possibly floating on that little thing, but I get it.
He is 6'2". I want to say, what is he, 190 pounds or something? Like he's huge, and he fits on that thing, and it is hysterical.
We're echoing again because I've been trying to open Zoom links for the past 20 minutes. So, I just kept clicking and they were all going to pop up now.
You need to fix that
Do you
before
guys
we
see?
keep talking.
Do you guys see? You see my picture wall behind me? You see that picture of me when I'm little?
Yeah, but
It's
you're
like
locked in
right
my.
over my. Right there. See that one? See that one?
Oh, I can't deal with the echoing. You're gonna have
I
to
know.
log out of one of the things you're in.
X me off. Leave. Right. We should be good now. Hello.
Okay,
Yes.
good. I can hear you now.
All right, good. All right, so
You
over
got
my
your
shoulder,
picture wall behind you.
Look how cute and white I was.
Uh-huh.
I'm so white.
Look how white
Anyway,
it was.
I was white. I was like, and then I got darker as I got older. It's strange because there's one over there. My brothers and sisters always thought I was adopted.
Oh, you would think we're going to be able to see those pictures? Like we can see a picture wall, but you can't actually see. So you were really light skinned?
For like a week, and then I don't know. Then on that one, my brothers always thought I was adopted. They had like an inside joke behind my back that like I was the adopted one because I was like 50 Shades darker. I think that was a book.
That's funny. You're fully 100% Italian, right?
Yeah. What else? What else
Yeah.
could there be?
So, well, my husband is so dark. It's so funny because especially in the summer and him being outside. We actually went to a comedy show one night. We were at the Comedy Connection, and the comedian on stage, he was going through and talking about different backgrounds and races and whatnot. And so he asked my husband, he's like, and what part of the Middle East are you from? Because he's so dark. He doesn't, look, he's 100% Italian, but he is dark. My kids are fortunate. They got some nice dark tones from him in the summer.
So, yeah, my kids, my wife's half Indian, and my wife's Indian, so my kids are half Indian. And they'll never have to go tanning, put it that way. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's perfect.
That's what you said about your pool. I dread that day. We go in our pool constantly, like every night, like every day. Those kids are in the pool. And I know that like we used to be like that when we were little, and then there becomes an age where you just don't go in every day anymore. And then before you know it, you just keep it clean for shits and giggles. Because my father's pool is still spotless. I don't know if anyone's been in it all year, like at all.
It's beautiful. there's something peaceful about like I'll come outside and I'll just work outside just because it's nice to sit by the pool. I might stick my feet in the water. And in some days, like if I'm doing yard work, like I want to just jump in the pool and like cool off and get all the grossness off. But I'm doing my yard work in the morning and then I have to get ready for the day. The kids will play in it if they've got friends over, but they don't have friends over all the time. So it sits there pretty.
I had to drain mine and refill it. Did I tell you?
No.
I had a light. The light popped out. Now the light in my mind was halfway down, but really it was on the bottom. Kind of funny how water messes with your perception. So now we had a light on a cord, so it kind of looked like a baby on an umbilical cord just floating around the pool, which I personally didn't give a shit because I know it's not a live wire. But people come over, they kind of look at you like funny if you got a floating light with a wire in your pool, like they don't want their kids to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had to drain it. Then I had to buy like bolt sealant, and then that didn't really work that good. So I mean, there's like four different products keeping that light in. It's not even alive. But then I had to refill the pool, which means that it was so nice and warm and beautiful, and it turned into ice cold again. And it's gonna take a couple of days.
Now, with pool repairs, in fact, your clients bought a house that my client was selling, and they ended
Mhm.
up having like a leak, and they hired a scuba diver to go in and repair the pool. I thought that was the
Yeah,
coolest thing.
really cool,
So,
right?
yeah. I mean, you don't have, is yours an above ground or an in ground?
Below,
Yeah, so I mean,
but I don't have
I
a
wonder if
liner. I don't have a liner, and I don't think that what I needed done. I don't think that there's anything that would adhere it to the concrete. It's concrete, my pool. So
oh,
I don't know if there's anything that would adhere unless it was dry, because every product I found said dry the area before you apply.
oh,
But
oh well,
mm.
worth it. But
I do
for
want to
those
talk
that
about
have
areas.
pools,
I was in your neck of the woods yesterday. Was it yesterday? And I almost, I was going to text you and see where you live just because I was going to come by and be a creep and like see where you live. But
yeah,
I'm talking
I
dirt
got the
roads,
text.
Foster.
Yep, I got the
Dirt
text with the picture of a
roads.
dirt road.
Like, what do you people that live out there? What do you do? Like when we get snow, all right, so you can plow on top of it, but then it melts, and then you're just in mud. Like dirt turns into mud, right? There's no other way. So how do these people function when we have like those rain, like 2 inches of rain? What do they do?
So the ground is frozen enough that when you have, well, the rain or snow.
Either one.
So with the snow, usually the ground is frozen enough so when they plow it, it doesn't like pull up all the dirt. It's compacted down too. It sucks. Like they constantly have to rework it. So I have a friend that lives over on Snagwood Road, which is all dirt and gravel. And I used to drop my kids off there every morning to catch the bus. And it in the muddy season, you have like divots. You have to go four-wheel drive to get down the road. Living out here, having four-wheel drive is helpful. I don't live on a dirt road. I live very close to the like I live right off of a main road. And mine is paved, so it's really not that bad. But on those dirt roads, it kind of sucks when it gets muddy and you've got those groove lines from the tires and people sinking in. You really have to use four-wheel drive to get down the roads.
I would imagine. I mean, there's like no way my car would make it. No way. And I was talking to the buyer, and I'm like, you buy this house, I got to buy a truck. Like, I'm not coming back here 4 or 5 times in a sedan. Like, I got to buy a truck just so I can deal with this damn house because it was quite a ways into the wooded area too. Like, it's not like these houses are built like it's a dirt road, but the driveway is also a dirt road for all intents and purposes. Like, it's just out there. And
Mhm.
he didn't end up buying it though. I'm mad. He we had a little conversation about the homestead exemption. Now, you and I talked about it yesterday briefly. The homestead exemption is where you get pretty much you get a tax reduction if you live in the property, right?
Mhm.
So you get a $10,000 tax, and it's a 20% homestead exemption. That means you'll pay 8,000, right?
Mhm. Well, however, it ends up working out because I showed you the math yesterday. I still can't wrap my
Mm-hmm.
head around it so much. I think they take it off the value of the assessment. So I think they say,
Mm-hmm.
here's your assessment. And then your like mine in Foster is 22%. So they multiplied the assessment by 22% or something, and then they did the cap taxes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I sent you the whole thing because I was like, I don't understand this, but it's helpful. My
Is it,
$10,000, my bill's supposed to be like $9,500 and it's like 7,500.
But here's what irks me about it, and I of course I don't mind it at all. But when the lenders qualify, they don't apply the homestead when they do the qualification for the loan. You know that, right?
I did
So
not know that.
yeah, so what happened in essence is the lender scared my client away from it because when she did or she ran the numbers, she not that she forgot to include it. She's not supposed to include it, but she was telling them her ratios are too high, and the house is right on the borderline of what you can afford. Blah 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 blah. But if you knocked off the $2,500 for the homestead exemption, then it changes everything. That's another $200 a month.
Yeah.
And he got frustrated, and I'm trying to explain it to him the best way I know how. But he's like, no, 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 that's not what she said. She said that it put me here, here, and here. And I'm like, no, maybe for your first payment, but after you apply for the homestead, you're going to get. It's not like it's not a game show. It's not maybe you win, maybe you don't. It's you get this.
Right. The only thing is, though, is you have to wait. So you send in your proof of residency. Your bill doesn't automatically change. You have to wait till the next year's tax bills go
So
out in
yeah,
order to
right.
get the benefit.
Mm-hmm. So still, it's
So
2 quarters because taxes are paid quarterly, right? So that's 2 quarters. You can swing it, dude.
yeah,
Like you can
yeah.
swing
Well,
it.
depending
I
on
know
like,
you
so
can swing it.
we just got our new tax bills for July, I believe.
Okay.
Am I thinking of this? I'm trying to think though if that was for this house. Yeah, because I just pulled it out. It was when I went to go show you yesterday. I had it handy. So yeah, we just got our new tax bills. So they started in July. So what I wonder though is like, let's say you sell the house, it's got the homestead exemption on it. I think that carries
It does,
to the end of the
but
year because they're not going
but
to
we have
change.
an out-of-state seller. We have an out-of-state seller, so that would carry too. It does carry.
It's an out of
Yeah,
state seller. The person that's selling the house doesn't live there
it was in Arizona.
and owns a house in Foster.
Hmm.
Jeez.
And it's not in a state, which was also a surprise. Because usually, if you find an
Yeah.
out-of-state seller in a town like Foster, it's usually going for probate or something. So,
Yeah. But
cute
going on
house.
that homestead, I would definitely
Mm.
recommend. I actually had a client call me yesterday and he's like, I don't understand. He's like, my mortgage payment is going up $800 a month. He bought a 3 family in one socket. And I was like, well, did you ever go in and do the homestead exemption that I told you to? He's like, oh, I went down, I gave them my proof of address. He's running into an issue where, so we closed April of last year, right? So April made a year that he's been there. And he's like, I don't understand how that he sent me the insurance binder on the property because he's like, I don't understand how my values go, the monthly mortgage is going up so much. The mortgage company was escrowing the insurance based on 22 or $2,700 a month, 22 or
Um,
$2,700 insurance premium. I was like, there is no way that your insurance premium was that amount because we were battling. The lowest amount we got was like 4,900 was his insurance premium. So, but the binder that the insurance company sent over to the mortgage company said it was like I said, 22 or $2,700. So they were only
uh,
escrowing based on that.
so he's got a whole shortage plus the increase in the payment to where it should be.
And I don't
Oh,
know if
that's
his
gonna
taxes,
hurt.
I think he said his taxes went up like $400 for the year or something. But
Oh,
he's
that
like, if I would
stinks.
have known this, he's like, I would have made a different decision with the house. Um, but I'm trying to figure out where that mistake came from. And I think it was the insurance company because when he sent me over the binder, I looked at the name of the insurance agent on the binder, and it's the same insurance agent that when I called to get a quote on insurance, next thing I know, my insurance was canceled and I was automatically getting charged by his company because he decided he just moved all my stuff over to his company instead of giving me a quote.
Really?
Very shady dude.
Do we know this dude? Do I know this dude? Has he been to our office?
I don't think so. I'll tell you
Okay.
offline. I got him through a client. Like
All
my
right.
client was using him. Oh, he's been great. So I called them and I was like, hey, can I get a price? I'm trying to price out my insurances and stuff. And next thing I know, he had canceled the insurance I had, and I was automatically getting payments taken out from his insurance company.
Anybody can do that? Anybody can cancel your insurance?
I don't even know how it happened. But I should not have given him my bank information. I don't know how I even did
Oh,
that, but I I got so I've had the same insurance company now since this happened years ago. Now that my son is driving, and my insurance every year our house insurance goes up, right? Now that my son is driving, I think I might have mentioned this. My insurance went up by $550 a month. A month.
Mm.
So that's just my car insurance. So now I have to relook at all my, it's always a good idea to relook at all my, like your insurances, but it's such a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know it's supposed to be better to bundle. So right now I've got my home insurance and my car insurance through one insurance company and my umbrella. And then I've got my policy for my contractor license. Like I have a
Mm-hmm.
liability policy through that through another company. And then I've got my house in Connecticut, my multifamily under another policy. So I
Mm-hmm.
gotta kind of look at everything all together and see if I can save some money, but because holy crap, it's expensive.
You know, I feel like they count on you not paying attention, the insurance
Yeah, they
companies.
do. Yeah,
And
they
I feel
do.
like I'll argue with Verizon or I think we have whatever our cell phone company is. It used to be Verizon for years. It's not anymore. But if my bill goes up $10, I lose my like I'll call Pam will call. Like I'm not doing it. It went from my cell phone bill went from $95 a month to 105, and I like flipped out. But insurance I'm paying out of my ass, and I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like I don't even I haven't looked around, shopped around, nothing in years and years and years.
Yeah.
Same thing with the
And
subscriptions. People have subscriptions. We got to do that whole process because I'm sick of paying for shit I don't use.
there's
Really,
so much stuff.
sick of paying for it.
I say we gotta tell all our listeners a couple good things. Do make sure if you're living at your home, you file for a homestead exemption for your taxes. And all that requires is you to go down to town hall, fill out whatever form they have, bring your proof of residency, and then every couple years, look at your insurance and go out and price it out. I have to. I know it's such a pain in the ass project process, but every year they'll take advantage of you. The insurance just goes up. And I know these companies, we had someone from an insurance
Mm-hmm.
company on a while ago, and he recommended bundling because I think the way he put it is like it's a lot easier for them that it's harder for you to go someplace else if you're bundled. So they give you a better
Yeah,
discount.
remember that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it sucks because if they suck you in and then put all your insurance up, then now it's, I don't know, it's just such a pain.
I'm with you. They do suck you in though, and
Yep.
then you feel like, well, we're here. Um, between that, the subscriptions, I can do that. You know what? Speaking of insurance, do you know you could take out a life insurance policy against anybody? Like I could take out a life insurance policy against you. Like
Really?
for all you know, for all you know, I get $1 million policy on you right now. You would never know. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
that's accurate.
That is accurate.
So, so all right, so here's something. A friend of a relative of a family member was in a lot of trouble for doing something like that. So what he was doing is what I gather, he was buying insurance for people that couldn't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the policies were like in his name. So like, I think he would to help, like, I think it would cover like the costs of the funeral and all, whatever. But then kind of like
And then he takes the difference.
kept the money, something to that effect, and ended up going to jail for it.
Did he?
So I mean, I think that there's got to be regulations on that.
Well, I mean,
Where did
here's
you
how you
get?
know it's legal. Here's how you know it's legal. You can sell your insurance policy to a third party, right? Like the commercial comes
What?
on all the time. Like the commercial comes on all the time. You're sitting on a gold mine. You never saw that commercial? Where you can sell
No.
if I got life insurance, there's companies that'll buy my life insurance from me. So say I get $1 million policy, there's a company somewhere that'll give me 200 grand for it. And they'll just sit on it until I die. Hmm. Yeah, you can do that.
Why?
Why would people do it? Because
That
people are
doesn't.
broke, stupid. And people take out
I
payday
don't.
loans. You don't think people are going to do this?
Yeah, but I don't. There's got to be something with that. All right. So I've had life insurance since I was 21.
Mm-hmm.
I have mine through Northwestern Mutual. So I had a whole life by getting it young and early. Like I have what's it called? Riders on my policy where I don't I can always increase my insurance. I never have to go and do an extra physical or anything like that. So when you go to get life insurance, you have to go through blood work, screening, panels, and all that stuff especially if you want to get whole life. And whole life ends up acting like a savings account, but it's expensive as hell. We stopped doing that. Like our agent was telling us, overfund your life insurance policy. You do this for like 10 years, you're gonna have millions of dollars. And I was like, but it was so expensive, like the policy. And some of it would go directly into like basically a savings, it's mutual funds and all that stuff. Well, we have it on
Hmm.
ourselves. We have it on our kids and stuff like that. So okay, it's great. The kids will have a policy now. They'll never have to go through like a physical test or anything like that. And we can always increase it if we want to without having to like go through the exams. And ours is convertible back to whole life. But right now, it was cheaper to switch our policies to have more coverage and be a term policy. But as we get older, if we want to switch it to whole life, we can switch it back. So we have all those things
Hmm.
set up for it. But I can't imagine having a policy um that you would just sell off to someone else. Like that's shady. Like why would you do that anyway?
I
You have a policy to protect your family and your assets and everything.
Well, it's a business. I mean, people do it as a business. So yeah, you could. There are companies that'll just buy your life insurance. Hold on, I get a Dunkin' delivery. This is sketchy, man.
It's the dark.
It's I don't know. Did you? Yeah, we'll see.
I know.
We'll see how. Sorry, everybody.
Did you say you have a Dunkin' delivery?
Yeah, I haven't had Dunkin' in a long time.
Damn, so nice.
I don't know how this is gonna work out.
What way?
I don't know, I have a gag reflex for Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, I
McDonald's
stopped
coffee,
drinking.
it's delicious though. I gotta say, this is good. This is the Dunkin'
You said it's
Dark with a shot of
McDonald's?
espresso.
That one's Dunkin',
Yeah,
but you like
McDonald's
McDonald's.
iced coffee. The last two times I had it, which we're going back years now, one sip, vomit out the window, immediate, like boom, boom. Mm,
Really? See, I stopped drinking coffee back in 2015.
okay.
I was doing a vita like I used to drink 2 pots of coffee a day. And then like when I was working in downtown Providence, I was in Dunkin' twice a day, like iced coffees. But I was trying to be healthier, so I was drinking it black. Um, and
Mhm,
then I can't really, the only coffee I can have now is at night I'll have like an espresso with my husband after dinner, because that's
mhm.
like like Italian. He's got the mustache guy, little machine and stuff like that. So we have the little that's it. But I don't it's not an every night thing, and I just can't do coffee anymore. But it's because I went on like vitamins and stuff, and then I stopped. I don't know.
Um, yeah, black no sugar is the way to go. Black no sugar. Otherwise, you're just
Yeah.
giving your teeth a bath in sugar. So it's black with no sugar. I
Well,
don't.
when I was doing the black with no sugar, I almost equate it to like when I was drinking, like, have you ever had Campari or like the bitter alcohols?
No.
Yeah, because I was like, it's kind of like a bitter, like I don't know. That's how I was drinking my coffee, and now I don't drink coffee anymore.
You ever see the people that have like a very complicated recipe that they need? Like they need four squirts of this kind of syrup and 8 sugars and 6 creams.
Yeah, my son works at Dunkin', so
Like,
he
how do these people know? Like, if you ask for 8 sugars, like there's a point where you just have sugar. Like, how do you know that you don't like 7? Like, who told you like 8? I don't know. It irks me.
I don't know. I was helping out with one of with something recently, and someone asked me, I want to say it was like 13 sugars for the coffee. I was like, I don't know. What's the point in the coffee if you're putting that much sugar? It's so bad.
Yes, and you're just, especially the iced coffee, because that's like, it's not like a small cup of hot coffee. That's a whole freaking liter you're sideways. Hi,
Sorry.
I'll get back.
I was trying to see what time it
Um,
was because
oh, I got you.
busy.
It's 9. It's 9:50. We got a few minutes. So just to close up on the insurance, you can sell your life insurance policy, especially if you have like whole
Well,
life.
I
I
want to
think
know
term
more
life
about
might
that.
be a little more challenging because there's nothing saying that you're gonna die during the term. But I'm like 100% sure that I can take out a policy against you.
I want you to do research on that. I want you to come back and I want you to tell me. But, all right, so I listen to a lot of true crime, and a lot of them are involved around insurance policies because
Yeah.
but this was like back in the day. Like there were people that would, oh, my cousin, I'm going to take a policy out on my cousin. Oh, that cousin would end up dead. Oh, I have these policies out on my
Hmm.
children. I mean, I understand like there's some degree, but there's got to be regulations in place. And I don't understand if you have a policy, why would you sell it to someone? Or are they upfronting the money? Are they saying,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, we're going to pay you this money now, and when you die, we're going to collect money against you. Is
Yeah.
that what they're
Exactly that.
doing?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they're doing. Yeah.
That's creepy. Can you imagine having like that signed up with someone and then like I'm already paranoid. I'd be afraid that I'd end up dead sooner for for other reasons.
Holly, my dear. With all due respect, for someone who's paranoid, you sure are exposed in the middle of nowhere right now. I
I'm
mean,
not
as far
exposed.
as paranoid goes, those woods back there would be creeping me out. That's where the bad
Really?
guys live.
You
The
live
bad
like
guys
20
live
minutes
either
from
in the
me.
white
The
van or in those woods. Huh?
the bad guys do not live in the woods. We have a lot of bear sightings recently, but I'm not I'm definitely more afraid of people than I am of animals. But
Really?
y- yeah,
Anyway, I'm gonna
people
try
are
and take out a
afraid.
policy against you, that's all. I'm gonna see what I can get.
You're gonna
But
take
don't
out a
forget, now you're
policy
gonna,
against me.
yeah. Then you'll never talk to me again. You'll be like, this guy's out for me. You won't even know though, really. That's crazy.
I I can't imagine taking
But
out
don't
a
forget,
policy and having
it's
somebody
gotta be an
not.
El Cheapo policy though. It's gotta be a shit policy because you can't. It's gonna have to be like one of those colonial pen types where it's like $9 a month gets you 15 grand when you die. It's got to be something
Yeah,
like that.
I definitely think we need listeners to chime in on this one because
Yeah,
this
please.
is not a realm either of us are familiar with, and I could definitely see
Bye.
fraud and legal
How's
stuff.
it
Well,
fraud?
if I end up dead
All I'm
soon,
doing is
well,
making myself the beneficiary.
yeah, so we're gonna say if I end up dead that it's because TJ took out a policy and did something.
I mean, at this point, if you end up dead, I'm gonna be on a short list anyway. Once they get past your husband and the kids, I mean, I'm gonna be in the top 20. I don't
Especially
know
if you take out a
where
policy.
with the policy I jump right up the rankings, and I even know where I'm gonna attack from. Those woods right there. That's where I'm gonna send my guys. Your
You
deck
wouldn't be
looks
able to get to the
terrific.
tree line without my dog going after you.
um,
So I will say, when I first moved out here, so when I talk about paranoid, so I lived in Woonsocket, which we know is not the greatest area, right? Like I lived in like I want to say like 9 different places before I left Woonsocket. Well, I was living with my dad before I left, and he would if he'd go away on like the weekend or whatever, because sometimes he'd go away like fishing. I would sleep with a shotgun in my bed with shells under my pillow. I also,
nice.
I think I explained to you, I was robbed with a knife to my throat kind of situation before. I did tell you that, right?
No, what?
Okay. So,
When you were living at your dad's,
on,
you better go quick because it's 9:54, and I know you got a
okay.
hard stop at 10.
So on the Woonsocket Cumberland border, I used to work at a Little General. And there was one night I worked in the deli and I'm like wrapping meat and it's just me and one other teenage girl. She's working the register. I'm working the deli. And we had the side door open and it was April. It was getting kind of warm. So I had the back side door open. I'm like, you know what? I should go close that. The only way to close it is I had to go outside, close it from outside and then walk around. I was like, well, let me just finish wrapping the meat first. Next thing I know, two guys came in that door with scream masks on, like the ghost face masks, and one put a knife to my throat and the other one put a gun to my friend's head, and they robbed us. Very terrifying. I'm only like 18 years old, and it was just me and her there. And so after that incident, every time I would walk by my door at home or my windows, I would like, especially like bedtime, I'd make sure that it was locked. I became unfortunately, very paranoid that because I thought I need to go lock that door and I didn't do it right away, I started to develop, well, what if I'm having a premonition? What if just because I don't do something I'm thinking of, something bad is going to happen? So that still lingers into some respect, but when I would be home alone, so I lived in a duplex with my dad. My Meme and Pepe lived next door, but it's like a 6-bedroom like apartment, like completely, you can't hear anything next door. And we lived on a dead end street. So if my dad wasn't home, I slept with my shotgun in my bed and the shells under my pillow. So when I moved out to the woods, like I left that house and I moved out to, oh no, I lived in Cranston for a little bit. But when I moved out to the woods, I was like, it's pitch black. You can't see any other houses from mine. We didn't have shades in the windows for 2 years. Like, I had the very first thing I did was put an alarm system on the house. Now that I have a dog, I don't worry as much because the minute somebody pulls into my driveway, slows their car down in front of the house, my dog goes ballistic. So I have gotten over those fears a lot better having a dog and an alarm system.
But are you still sleeping with the gun? Is the question. Are we sleeping with the shotgun?
No. Dave is usually my husband is usually home. He doesn't ever go away without me being here. I mean, he doesn't go away. I go away and he'll stay home. But I don't know. I haven't really
That's
had
the way
that.
to do it, man. Right there. He's my hero. He got it right. That's the way to do it. Send you away, house to myself, peace, quiet, and junk food. I wear the same shit for 6 days while you're gone. Be like, you did all the laundry? Didn't make any.
Yeah, no, he works his ass off. He loves it when
Huh?
we're gone. He works his ass off. He just works nonstop. And then when he's home, it's spotless because he's a neat freak and we're the ones that are messy and disturb his not cleanness. We leave shit everywhere. So
I'm gonna try and
I think that puts us at
9:57. This was fun today. Next week. If people in the comments can chime in on what they know about life insurance, because that's definitely out of my wheelhouse. But there's a chance that we come back next week, and I'm paying like $11 a month, so I can have like $400,000 on Holly's life. See what happens.
Yeah, because God forbid, I do all the work with the podcast. So because we make
the
so
podcast
much
will be
money.
gone. They'll never
this.
know. I'll tell you what. Anything happens
No.
to you, this podcast is going to be a figment of their imagination because I don't know where to start.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Well, one of these days, people will start listening. We got some listeners. I will tell everybody where they can find us.
Yes.
So we are everywhere that you can listen to podcasts, as far as I know. Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and we're on all the socials. So please follow, subscribe wherever you listen to it. Apparently, rating us might help us to get better views out there too. So if you're able to do that, positive would be great. Negative, I guess, still gets us some kind of attention, but we'd love that. And again, follow, subscribe. Oh, and if you want to come on the show or have any stories you want to share, please email us at where are we? The Legit Gmail. God, no, what is it? We are The Legit Real Estate Podcast at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Yeah. So have a great day, everyone.
All right. Have a great day, Holly. I'll talk to you
See you later.